Hey everyone, this is Mr. Everything, and I wanted to do somewhat of a review. I guess it's more of an update of this Covercraft Sunshade. This is a 2004 Grand Marquis, but I mean, it would obviously apply to the town cars and the Crown Vics, and probably even the older ones, because this car mostly remained unchanged for its entirety. I put this in, I will show outside, but I figured it's windy out, so it'd probably be a little easier to talk inside. Now these Covercraft sunshades are a bit pricey, but over the years I've gone through so many that at this point it is just cheaper to buy one good one and hopefully never have to think about doing it again. I started out in another car with those big round ones. Those were actually the best, but they were so bulky and it was hard to fold them up, so I would just throw them in the back seat and not fold them up, but you had to use two. Then when I got this car, I just got one of those cheap $5 accordion ones. It worked just fine, but it would just sag, and then after like a summer it would just always fall in because there just wasn't enough support in it. Then I bought a more expensive Dickies one, which I might link to. It was good, but it was black colored, and then the little foil the paint they put over it started to peel off and made a huge mess. So then I bought a $15 AutoZone one, and it was fine, but I just decided I would rather get this one. It's a perfect fit. So again, I'll show it from the outside, but just for now it's just the regular silver one, the basic one. There's a premium one for like $15 more, but I think it's just a different cutesy wootsy material. I don't think it's really any better. And then they have a cheaper one that's like a foam roll, and I think that's also the kind WeatherTech sells, but I would highly recommend this kind. I think it first off, it just looks better. There's other ones would be more of a pain to roll and unroll, to where this can fold up neatly. For mine, I just pull these down. Maybe some people, they say they can lock up in the headliner, but mine's starting to peel away, so I wouldn't want to force it up there, but I don't think mine would reach anyway. Not that it needs to, I'd prefer it this way, and then you get a little more. Now, one thing people complain about is it's not total blockout, but I really don't think it needs to be. I have this extra rear view dash cam here, so I want that extra cutout. Anyway, that doesn't bother me. I mean, it makes such a huge difference as it is that just doesn't bother me, especially when you have all the other windows. This in of itself makes a big difference, so I don't mind that little bit of light coming in. Now, as far as buying it, I bought mine on AutoZone. They must be a vendor or something. Normally it would be like $60, but if you buy it on the Covercraft website, they actually charge you $20 more to ship it, which is ridiculous. So with AutoZone, you get free shipping. And what I did was I had the rewards member points, so I got $20 off because I really didn't want to pay $60. So I got it for I think like $45, which is so much better. That's a reasonable price, I think. When you pay $15 a piece for the junky ones, it only lasts a couple years. And it said it could take up to 3 weeks, like they have to custom make them, but mine came in like 2 days, so I don't know if it was AutoZone already had some in stock, or Covercraft just always keeps a few in stock to ship them out, because AutoZone just made the order to them and then they shipped it to me, so they were just kind of the middleman. Now you'll probably hear the wind out here, but you get a much better view, and you can see what I like, which I like the cutout because it gives me room for my radar detector and my dash cam. And again, that's just the model number, but it is particular. That's just the model of the style, like the shade. Then it comes down to the model for your particular vehicle. But again, I think mine works just fine. I'm really happy with it. There's really not much else to show. I think you get the point. And then to fold it up, obviously, you kind of unlatch it. And I watched one video where he said to do it from the middle, and maybe that is, but these are always like a puzzle when you first get them until you get the hang of it. So the way I do it is I just fold it from the end, and this will be hard to do one-handed, but I just do it one fold at a time, and I find that to be the most reliable way. Now, there is that, but I don't care. This is like I don't know if it's cardboard or styrofoam. It is very fragile, but it's stiff, so as long as you don't sit on it, you would crack it. It wouldn't probably tear, but it would leave a crease kind of like that, but I don't care about that personally. Now, you can get the bag, but you have to pay more. And I just throw this in the floor of the back seat because nobody ever sits back there. So it would not make any sense to slide this in and out of a bag every time. Now in the wintertime, I don't use one of these just because it's colder, the sun's not as direct or out as long, and less it's an outdoor car, so the last thing I want to do is waste time trying to get that out when it's freezing in the car. But in the summer, this is taken out constantly. And I do like this kind of fabric that they lined it in so it doesn't scratch anything, and that should keep it from tearing. The cheaper ones, they always split, so this fabric obviously isn't going to split, though it might wear. You do have to push it in a little bit to get it lined in, but you can see it hasn't made any marks. I've been using it for a few months, so I think it's just fine the way it is. So then what I do is just lay it back there. That's what I've done with all my sunshades in all my cars. But since this is kind of more fabric-y, it's not going to really slide around because it'll kind of grip the carpet a bit. So I'll take it out to drive, and then when I'm done, I put it back in. No more than 15 seconds, so it doesn't bother me to put it in and out on a hot day or sunny day like this. Now they also sell like dash mats and some different things, but for my car, this is all that I need. I personally don't like dash mats, and what's the point of protecting your dashboard if you're never going to see it? So I would say until it cracks, keep it the way it is, and then if it does, then maybe cover it up. So I really don't think there's much else to say. I mean, it gets the job done. It's pricey, but it's worth it. It's easy to work with. It looks a lot better. It's one of the best looking because you have a nice smooth presentation on the outside. It's well built. Would try and get it from AutoZone, or especially if you have those rewards points, make it a little easier to swallow that price. And again, I'm not sure about all the other Covercraft products, but that I would be interested in them, but this is definitely well made. So I would say that Covercraft, even, you pay a little more for the price point, but if you're going to get good quality products, they do have all other kinds of, interior things and covers and dash mats, etc. So to me, it's well worth the money. I don't think anything will change, but I can always update in the comments if it would wear out, but I don't see it happening. So if you have any questions, you can just ask. And again, you'll have to go to their website or wherever to check the fit for your car, because it is proprietary to each vehicle. So hopefully that helped you out and answered a few questions for you compared to some other videos. I wanted to do a little more talking, so hopefully that was okay. So thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next one. Have a good one.